Hi everyone, my name's Andrea. For those of you who haven't worked with me before, and for those of you that have, hello, miss your faces. For today's practice, yoga fit, as always with any yoga practice, be sure to modify as you need. So if you're feeling really energetic, you'd always take it up a couple notches. If you're not, or you're recovering from an injury or an illness, or you're just not feeling it, modify, take it down. As always, all right? Different days, different practices. Hopefully you have blocks. My students know where I'm coming at with this one. If you don't have blocks, big, sturdy boxes or books or anything you have that's kind of similar, if you need some propping up, super handy. As well, blankets. I'm sitting on one. Everyone knows I love blankets. Blankets or beach towels that you can roll up is also supportive because they can sit on it, help lift the hips. I don't think we're going back into any heart openers today, this week with me, maybe another time, but they're always super handy. And also it's nice for Shavasana if you're in a chilly spot. And belts, if you don't have one, a bathrobe belt is usually perfect. You just want something that doesn't stretch and is long enough to draw the shoulders and the elbows down to the earth when it's wrapped around your foot and the foot's extended to the sky. So you can always pause this now, go grab your stuff, and then come back and join me when you're ready. We're going to start off today with an opening dedication, which I think is very suitable for what we're going through right now. All right, so take it easy on yourself, modify, be gentle. Remember, work with the breath. Flow just means connecting breath with movement. Doesn't mean you have to be doing vinyasas for like the next 45, 50 minutes, okay? Coming to sit with a tall spine however you wish. Nice long spine, shoulders relaxing away from the ears. Just take a couple of moments focusing on the body. Notice where there's any tight spots. Relax the jaw, maybe. It's one of those sneaky spots. Relax the jaw, soften the palms, close the eyes. Slow, steady breaths coming in and out through the nose. We'll end the practice with a pranayama, but for right now, we're just going to reconnect to the body through the breath, coming onto the mat into this space. Your palms together if you wish, thumbs to your heart. You can repeat to yourself silently or out loud if there's no one around and you don't mind. Let my heart turn to practice. Let my practice become a path. Let this path dissolve confusion. Let confusion become wisdom. If you wish, setting an intention for today's practice or maybe for the rest of your day. Release the palms. Coming to lie down on your back. Have your belt handy, whichever type of belt you're using, and then coming all the way down. If you want to put music on, I tried music, it wasn't working. It was breaking up, my usual stereo issues. Turn on your own music that you like to practice to in the background. That's quite nice. So you're just gonna come onto your back, knees bent, soles of the feet to the earth, shoulders down, lengthen the tailbone away from the spine. Draw those shoulders down, press them into the earth. Oof, bring us up here. Trying to remember what I had for you. Oh yes, we're going to build a little bit of fire in the belly, doing a little bit of abdominal work to start out. So actually before we interlace the fingers, just bring the hands down and let the knees sway from side to side. Not quite a twist. Almost like you're thinking about going into a full twist, but then change your mind. Good. Just reconnecting to the body, bringing the knees back up to center. Interlace the fingers over the right shin. Squeeze the right knee in towards the chest. Give it a good squeeze in, and then you can release it. You want to keep the hips level. Sacrum, triangular bone at the base of the spine, pressing down into the earth. Shoulders down away from the ears. Extend that left leg long into the earth. Press out strong through the heel. So you want to have an active left leg the whole time. Inhale, draw the left leg up. You're still pulling that right knee towards the chest. Exhale, release the leg down, but don't let it relax. It barely touches the earth. Inhale, point the toes, draw it up. Exhale, push out through the heel. Barely brushes. Inhale, draw it back up. Exhale, push through. Now let the leg come down. Still active. Foot in dorsiflexion. Hips level. Grab a hold of your strap or your bathrobe belt. Bring it over the ball of the right foot. Shoulders down. Press out strong through the heel. You want to open up the back of the knee as much as you can. So if your leg looks like this, let it go long in front of you. Open up the hamstring in the back of the knee. Shoulders down, belly button in. Relax the jaw, let the hips square to the ceiling. To keep that right hip drawing down, left foot still active. Now press out through the heels, this draws down the left hip. You're gonna bring your hands up, grab a hold of the strap in the right, left arm goes out to the left side. Inhale, open the leg out to the right. Press out strong through both heels. Leg doesn't have to come to the floor. Couple of breaths. Inhale, bring the leg back up, switch the grip, left hand grabs, right arm comes out, and just keeping that right hip down, bringing the right foot over to the left as much as you can without lifting that right hip off the ground. So it might not be very much. Couple of breaths. You can even bring that right hand into the right hip crease, draw the hip down. And then bring that leg back up. You can release the belt. Draw both knees in, give them a brief squeeze upon a Muktasana. And then interlacing the fingers the other way over the left shin, right leg long onto the floor. You can squeeze that left knee in a couple of times. Good. And then just steady, pressing out strong through the right heel. Inhale, point the toes, draw the leg up. Exhale, press out through the heel. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, pressing out strong. Grab the strap over the ball of the left foot. Extend the left leg long. Shoulders down, holding the straps in each hand. Draw that left hip down to the earth. Open up into the back of the left hamstring, the back of the knee. No rush. Try and let the legs soften. So remember, if it looks like this, extend it out until you get that length in the back of the leg. It doesn't matter if the foot's on the ceiling. Notice what works for your body. Relax with the exhale, let the jaw go. Straps in the left hand, right arm out, active right foot. Inhale. Open the leg out to the left side, pressing out strong, keeping that right hip down as much as you can. Couple of breaths here. Pressing out strong through both heels. And then inhale, bring it back up. Grab the strap in the right hand, left arm comes out. Now remember, you want to keep that left hip connected to the earth, so we're not going into the full twist, the full Hastapudangustasana C. We're not going there. You're still going to feel it through the IT band. Piriformis, keep that left hip down. Press out strong through the heels. Deep breaths. Bring it back up to center, release. Once again, squeeze both knees in, little break. And then soles of the feet to the earth. Bring the right ankle onto the left thigh, just below the knee. So Shusharangasana, eye of the needle, adjust the feet, hips are square, knees drawing away from the face. You can stay here for a couple of moments. Just feel that hip opening. And then interlace the fingers underneath the skull. Open up the elbows, broaden the collarbone. So we're going to do some twist abdominals, going to go through the obliques. But you want to keep the elbows wide and the throat open. So rather than, you don't want to scrunch, you want to keep the elbows open, keep the throat open. Inhale, exhale, elbow might not, most likely will not come to the knee. It only will if you scrunch, and we don't want to do that. Keep everything open. Exhale, come back onto the mat. Inhale, keep it open, twist. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, exhale. So try and keep that throat open as well. If you look up towards your ceiling, that'll help. Couple more times. Inhale, exhale. Let's make this the last one. Building a little bit of heat. Release. Release the right foot to the floor. Left ankle comes onto the right thigh. Adjust, hips square. Change the interlacing of the fingers underneath the head. Open up the collarbones. Keep the elbows wide, throat open. Inhale, twist. Exhale, come back down. So it's moving with mindfulness and awareness. Not really deep. Keeping the hips open. One more. I've lost track. This feels about even. And then come back down. Release. Let the arms go. Gonna grab a block. Or your box, or your book, whatever you got. You're gonna bring it between the thighs. Legs are set up as though you're going into bridge pose, but we're not. So you're gonna press your inner thighs into the block on the inhale. So just rest, relax, and neutral. Inhale, squeeze the legs together, squeeze that block. And then exhale, release, but the block stays there. Inhale, give it a squeeze. Exhale, let go. One more. Squeeze and release. Alrighty. We're gonna draw the legs up, shins parallel to the earth. Keep squeezing that block. Hands come back underneath the head. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, roll up, squeeze the block. Keep the throat open, elbows wide. 2, 1. Exhale, come down and relax. Inhale, come up, squeeze the block. Try and keep the throat open, elbows wide. 2, 1, come down. Maybe bring the toes down. Change the interlacing of the fingers. Back under the head, thighs up. Inhale, roll up, squeeze. 2, 1, down. Last one. Inhale, roll up, squeeze. Squeeze the block. 2, 1, and release. Feet to the floor. Remove the block for the moment. We're gonna press up into a bridge pose. Barely brush the fingers to the heel, press down. Inhale, lift the hips to the sky. Just keep looking down the chest. Feel as though you're pressing the feet into the floor. Lift the hips up higher. Stretch out everything that you were just working, the abdominals, the psoas, inner thighs. And exhale slowly, the up into Sukhasana, legs crossed. So right leg can come over the left. Tuck the chin into the chest. Give yourself a couple of spinal rocks here. If you know this isn't going to work for you, just roll over onto your right side, then come up. Join me in Sukhasana. Good. Alright. Shoulders down, belly button in. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Right hand down, left fingertips stretch, coming over to the right. Keep the left sits bone down. Stretch it out. Exhale, come down a little deeper. Good. Inhale, come up. Left hand down, right fingertips stretch. Coming over to the left. Keep the right sits bone down. Stretching it out. Coming a little deeper on the exhale. Inhale up, left hand to right knee, right hand behind the back. Sit up tall, shoulders down, just a gentle twist. Over to the right. Inhale, come to center, fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, come down as much as you can without the sits bones lifting. If you feel your butt bones coming up off the earth, back off, come up a little bit. Ground down, inhale, create space, exhale, fold forwards. Relax wherever you can, double pigeon pose. And then press into the palms, come on up, switch the crossing of the legs. Inhale up once again, left hand up, right hand down, over to the right. Notice maybe come a little deeper, stretch. Exhale, coming a little bit more down. Inhale up, left hand down, right fingertips stretch, coming over to the left, right sits bone, stay super glued to the earth. Inhale, come on up. Right hand to left knee. Left hand behind the spine. Keep the shoulders down, nice long spine. Gentle twist to the left. Inhale, come back to center, fingertips to the floor, shoulders back, sits bones remain glued to the earth. Coming forwards as best you can. Maybe a little different on one side than the other, that's normal. Inhale, creating space with the breath, and on the exhale, folding a little bit deeper, moving into that space if you can. Press into the palms, come on up, making your way into downward facing dog. So you can roll over the knees, just move over to the side, spread the fingertips wide, shoulders down. Actually, we'll move into cat-cow before we do downward facing dog. So inhale, tilt the tailbones, arch and round the back, lift the heart, then let the head drop, look towards the thighs, press into the palms. Exhale, release the tailbone. Soften the belly, soften the heart, broaden the collarbones, pull the heart through, look up. Inhale, tilt, round, press back into the cat. And then exhale, release. Into the cow, looking forwards, good. Come find neutral spine, turn the toes under, lift the hips, just a downward facing dog. Walk the heels out one at a time. Good. And then coming back onto the earth, find tabletop. If you know you have sensitive knees, you can either fold the mat under, giving yourself a little bit more cushion, or grab a blanket or a beach towel. One of my knees I'm constantly having issues with, so baby it, don't be a martyr. Shoulders down, belly button in. Now we're going to extend the right leg straight out behind you. Press the heel, toes point to the earth, and dorsiflexion. Drop that right hip down. You want to keep it level with the left. Inhale, you're going to sweep the leg out to the right. Look at the foot. Exhale, bring it back. Plant the toes on the floor. Look at the toes. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale. Tap behind you. One more. Over to the right. Bring it back. Give it a little tap. And then come back to center. Press out through the heel. Extend the left arm out. Deep breaths. 2, 1. Plant the palm. Bring the right knee down. Find that steady balance. Left leg extends out back behind you. Press out strong. Try and drop that hip level with the right, toes point. Now, look over to the left. Turn the toes if you want. Inhale. Exhale. Tap the toes behind you. Inhale, bring it back up. Look at the foot. And then back behind you. Tap. One more. Down, back to center, find neutral, press out through the heel, extend the right arm. 3, 2, 1, hand down, knee down. Take a breath. Extend the right leg out, push through the heel, drop the hips. And you want to try and keep the hips level. Bend the right knee. Sole of the foot is as though you're pressing up to the ceiling. We're going to do some little pumps. They're not big ones. So inhale, inhale, inhale. A couple more. Notice where you're feeling this. Is this in the right glute? Or maybe it's in the left? Because you're trying really hard to maintain the balance. So you can see it's not going up super high. 2, 1. I have no idea how many that was. Bring it back down. Left leg extended. It'll just feel till you feel about you're about equal. Toes and dorsiflexion. Press it up. In. Breathe however you need. Trying to keep that hip level. Not super big pumps. Notice which glute you're feeling it in. Couple more. 2, 1. Knee down, split the knees wide, toes together, arms extend out in front. Rest the forehead on the floor or maybe a block, child pose. Deep breaths. Press into the palms, come back up. Find downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Again, walk the heels out one at a time. Just steady the dog, straight arms, lift the hips, let the heels kiss towards the earth. They may not touch, no big deal. Some days mine do, some days they don't. Let the head relax. Then pop up on the balls of the feet, soften the knees, look forward. Walk the feet on up towards the hands. Staying in that forward fold, let the head relax. Hands can come to the floor or to your blocks or your shins or a chair. I forgot to mention that if you have issues coming down, like say a triangle or using blocks for lunges, if you have a chair, you can always place your hand on the seat of the chair rather than a block. Use the chair where you would be using the blocks instead, or even the back of the chair if you need for balance. So if you've got a chair, nice sturdy one that's close by, feel free to use that as well. I don't really have a proper chair to demo it with, but remember, use what you got. Soften the knees, roll on up. Mountain pose, shoulders down, fingertips reaching towards the earth, creating space between the shoulders and the ears. Surya Namaskar A to begin. Inhale, arms sweep up, look up, lift the heart, press the hips forward. Exhale, fold, come on in. Inhale, hands to shins, your blocks. Tabletop, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, folding back down again. Plant the palms, step back into plank. Shoulders over wrists, heels over the balls of the feet. Nice long spine. You can drop to the knees or come from the toes as you chaturanga down. Elbows come in towards the rib cage. Belly, chest, forehead all touch down at the same time. Tops of the feet to the earth, scoop the shoulders back. Baby cobra, just to begin, warm it up. Exhale, come back down, hips lift. You can move through tabletop or straight up and back. Downward facing dog. Hang out and breathe, find your best dog. Inhale, bend the knees, come up onto the balls of the feet, look forwards, walk, hop. Float the feet on up to the top of the mat. Inhale, that half lift table, heart parallel to the floor. It's very active. Exhale, come back down. Press into the feet. Inhale, rise all the way back up again. Hands to heart space. Release. Deep breath. Good. Surya Namaskar B. Beginning and ending with Utkatasana, throne pose. Shoulders down, deep breath in. Exhale, sit down and back, find your chair or your throne. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms, step back into plank. You decide from the toes or from the knees, chaturanga. Baby cobra or up dog. Broaden the collarbones. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog for one full breath. Left foot comes down, 45-degree angle, heel is on the earth. Draw the right foot up between the hands, pressing down into both feet. Keep that right foot leg in the lunge, sweep it up. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, come back down. Step back into plank. Toes or knees. Chaturanga, baby cobra, or your up dog. Hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Full breath. Right foot comes down. Left foot steps forwards. Make sure both heels are on the earth. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, coming back down. Plank, toes or knees, whichever you wish. Chaturanga, up dog, or baby cobra. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Relax and breathe. Inhale, come up onto the balls of the feet, soften the knees, look forwards, walk, hop, or float the feet on up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet, bend the knees, extend the arms. Utkatasana. Hands to heart space. Release the palms. Deep breath. Good, all right. New sequence. So I'm gonna turn around and go this direction. Blocks at the top of the mat. You might wanna use your blocks or whatever support, or a chair if you don't have them. We're gonna move into pyramid pose. Urdhva and then revolve triangle. Both super nice if you've got some support underneath. Also nice, you know, if you have a really sturdy water bottle, also works well. There we go. All right. So at the top of your mat, shoulders down, bind mount. Now, we're going to start in Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, sit down and back. Find your chair. Find your perfect chair. Just be here a moment. And then weight into the right leg. Draw that left heel up towards the glutes. Balancing, maybe sit a little deeper. Challenge yourself however you wish. And then slowly step that left foot back. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 stance. Hips are trying to square to the front. Heel is on the earth. That might be a bit wide. There you go. If you can't quite square the hips, step that back foot up a little bit. That'll help. Hips are square. Bring the hands to the hips. Shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale, hinge. Start to fold forward. Rip the mat in two with your feet as you come down. Hands to the shin, to the floor, blocks or a chair in front of you. Both legs are straight though. You want to straighten that right leg. Think of drawing the right hip back, left hip forwards. Inhale, lengthen, create space. Exhale, fold into it. Inhale, lift the heart up, parallel to the earth. So the hands are on a support of some kind if you wish. Left hand stays on the block to the inside or the outside of the right foot. Right arm extends straight out. Inhale, sweep the right arm up towards the ceiling. Keep drawing that right hip back, straighten the right leg, revolve triangle. Pavrita Uttita Trikonasana. Both heels on the earth. Just be here, breathing. Keep drawing that right hip back. You might feel the piriformis. Exhale, sweep the hand back down. Step the left foot up to the right. Fold a moment. Notice the difference in the legs. And then roll the spine on up. Second side. Deep breath in. Exhale, sit down. On the collarbones, weight to the heels. And then draw that right leg up. Squeeze it in towards the glutes. Squeeze the thighs together like we did with the block. Maybe sit a little deeper. And then step that right foot back. Heel to the earth. Okay, if this doesn't make you feel like you're in the rating, kids playing basketball in the gym, yelling, I don't know what would, right? Just like all the other times you're in class. Left hip back, right hip forward. At least we did every Wednesday noon, younger fit with me. Square the hips, hands to the hips, legs are straight, rip the mat in two. Inhale, exhale, fold. Hands to shins, maybe thigh, chair, floor, block. Draw that left hip back, right hip forwards. Inhale, create space. Exhale, fold into it. Keep creating space with the breath and then just think of coming a little deeper. It might not look like you're moving deeper, but you can feel it. Both heels are on the ground. Inhale, lift the torso up. Heart parallel to the earth. Right hand stays on the support, inside or outside the left foot. Left arm extends straight out. Square those hips. Inhale, sweep the arm up. So you get the back version here. Keep drawing the left hip back. Look into the left, breathing. 3, 2, 1. Sweep the hand down. Step the right foot forwards. Plant the palm, step it back, vinyasa if you want to. Or it could just be in a downward facing dog. Water bottle's in the wrong spot. There you go. Lift the hips up and back. Hanging out. Soften the knees, come up onto the balls of the feet, look forwards, walk, hop, float. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet. Rise up. Hands to heart space. Find your mat. Just breathe. Blocks or supports handy. We're going to step back into Virabhadrasana 2. So I'm actually going to turn around because I always like to start with my left. So left leg steps back nice and long, about a leg length distance. Right toes still facing forwards. Hips are square to the left. Arms extend out. Lunge into the right knee. Keep the shoulders down. Feel as though you're pulling back with the left hand. So you're not surfing forwards. If you think you're doing this, ask somebody at home. Come back. Shoulders right over the hips. Trying to keep the knee over the ankle. Flip the right palm, left hand down, don't move the legs. Peaceful warrior, just stretch it up and back. Exhale, come back, straighten the right leg. We're gonna come down into triangle pose. Utthita Trikonasana, just the regular version. Inhale, create space. Exhale, stretching forwards, hand coming down. Shin, ankle, floor, block, or chair. This is where the chair can really come in handy. If you notice that you're always hinging forwards a lot, you see this, try and come back. Align the back of the head with the sacrum and the rest of the spine to your one long line. So if coming too far down is making you come to the midline, grab a chair. Boom, all of a sudden your alignment is going to be fabulous. Alignment before depth. All right? Stretch the fingertips up, press into the feet. Deep breath. Exhale, look to that right foot, come on up. Release the arms. Step that left foot to the top of the mat. Right leg steps back. Same thing here. Leg length distance, adjust as you need. Hips square to the right. Arms long. Lunge. Keeping the left knee over the left ankle. Try not to surf forwards, draw it back. Looking out over that left middle finger. Virabhadrasana 2. Flip the palms, right hand down. Peaceful warrior. Don't move the legs. Feel the stretch to the side body. Inhale, come up, straighten the left leg. Create space, hinge down, triangle pose. So have the chair, the blocks, or whatever support you're using, whatever height you need. It might be different on one side than the other. Broaden collarbones, press equally into both feet. And then look to the earth. Come on up. Release the arms. Step the foot forwards. Take a breath. Left leg steps back again. I was going to do Padottanasana right where we were, but then you just would have gotten a view of my backside, so I had to switch it up. Hands come to the hips. Now, make sure the edges of the feet are parallel to the edges of your mat, or you can even turn the toes in a little bit as long as you don't have sciatica. Just don't have the toes out. You want the toes in or parallel. Hands to hips, scoop the shoulders, lift the heart, hinge at the hips. Come on down. Now your hands come to the floor underneath your shoulders or to a block if you have tight hamstrings or lower back issues. Once again, inhale, create space. Exhale, fold into it. You can walk the hands wherever you wish. Heels in alignment with the heels of the feet. Walk the hands back. Grab the ankles, the toes, whatever you want. Relax the head, open the backs of the legs, lift the hips to the sky. And then press into the palms. Walk the hands over to the top of your mat. Now turn the right toes forwards. You're in a lunge. Step it back. Find downward facing dog or vinyasa it out. Downward facing dog. Looking forwards, walk, hop, float the feet on up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet. Rise and up. Hands to heart space. Release. Find mountain. Good. All right. Where are we at? Oh, Malasana. So we're going to come down into the Malasana squat. Feet about outer hip distance apart. Toes out, heels in. Now if you know that this doesn't work for you, bring your blocks underneath. Maybe go up against a wall, or you can come right into Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose. Palms together. And adjust your feet as you come down. Inhale, exhale, come into that squat. Heels are hopefully on the earth. If they're not quite there yet, you can bring your blocks, bring them underneath the heels. You can sit back on the blocks. If it's killing your knees, pain in the knees, come sit on the sits bones, bring the soles of the feet together, find cobbler's pose instead. Otherwise, press the palms together, open the knees, lift the heart, drop the tailbone. Close the eyes if you wish, very grounding pose. You can even bring the eye sockets. You can support the eyes, or the eye sockets, your skull, with your thumbs. Just rest. Applying pressure to the Anja chakra, third eye chakra, helps to calm you down. Slow, steady breaths. And lift the head, sweep the hands back. Come to sit on the sits bones. Extend the legs out. We're going to come into a pigeon pose if you can. If that doesn't work for you, it's your Shangasana figure four. So come find downward facing dog. Right leg extends up, three-legged dog, Ekapada, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the hips, press. Draw the right knee towards the right wrist. Left leg goes out long. So if this doesn't work for you, come onto your backs into Shangasana. Totally fine. If you have a block or a blanket, you can bring it underneath that right sits bone. Make sure the top of the left foot is pressing into the floor at the base of the big toes. You don't want the ankle sickling. Draw the right hip back, left hip forward, lift the heart. Exhale, slowly come down, find your sleeping pigeon. Keep drawing the right hip back, left hip forward. Couple of breaths. And then press into the palms. Come on up. If you have a support underneath that right sits bone, remove it. Come on to the right side. Sweep the left leg around the right. Sit up tall. We're going to come into a twist. If having the right leg bent doesn't work for you, just extend it out long and straight. Sweep the right arm around the left knee, left hand behind the back. Draw that left sits bone down. Ooh, feel the stretch in the piriformis CIT band. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull the knee in towards the right armpit as you gently begin the twist over to the left. Good. And the left foot to the floor. Stack the knees. Gomukhasana legs, just a brief one. Hands to the floor. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Just a little one. Sweep that left leg back around behind you. Press into the palms. Down dog, walk it out. Left leg up. Press the heart to the right thigh. Left knee to left wrist. Right leg extends long back behind you. Look, make sure you're pressing into the top of the right foot. Underneath the big toe. Support. Block under the left hip, or you're wrapped up blanket, totally fine. Left hip back, right hip forward. Lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Stacked hands, stacked fists. Another block underneath the forehead. You just want your head having a support. Couple more breaths. Hands come underneath the shoulders, lift up. Remove any support underneath that left sit bone. Come down onto the left. Sweep the right leg over. Sole of the foot to the floor. Sit up tall. Bring that right hip down. Left arm wraps around the right leg. Right hand to the floor. Sit up tall. And then gently pull the knee towards the left armpit as you twist to the right. Taking your time. Looking over the shoulder last. The head moves last. You always want to start the base of the spine and work your way up in a twist. And then inhale, come to center. Here's that Gomukhasana legs. Just, if you can't do it, just stay in the twist longer. Top of the right foot to the floor. Sit up tall. Bring that right sit bone down. Gently fold. Inhale, come back up. Sweep the leg around again. Down dog, just walk it out. And then come to sit on your knees. Because I can see you're gonna want to start shut this down very shortly. So, come into we'll do the pranayama. So a comfortable seated pranayama, either back in Virasana, or you can grab your blocks and sit back on your blocks, totally fine, or on your blanket, legs out. Sukhasana, doesn't matter. We're going to do Anuloma Krama, or that elevator breath. All in and out through the nose. Inhale, halfway, fill the lungs, hold. They continue, fill the lungs all the way up, hold. And then exhale it all the way out slowly. So it's like a 2-floor elevator. All right, hands rest where you wish. Inhale, halfway, fill the lungs. Hold. Inhale, continue, fill the lungs completely. Hold. Slowly let it go. Inhale, halfway, hold. Inhale the rest of the way, fill the lungs, hold. Exhale, let it all go. Inhale, halfway. Inhale the rest of the way. Exhale, let it all go. Last one. Now making your way with as little disturbance to the physical body as possible into your Shavasana. Be it corpse pose, legs up the wall as you're at home. Or a really nice one is a chair shavasana. You can just bring your calves to rest on the chair. So the legs are up, they're bent, spine's on the ground. That's really nice. It's kind of like a half corpse, half legs up the wall, whatever you wish, even on your belly. Bringing attention to the breath, relaxing the jaw. Now this is the most important part of the practice. Physical work, and all you got to do now is just let the mind and the body and the spirit reap the benefits. Completely relax, focusing on the breath, keeping the mind clear. Wish to stay in your shavasana for a little while longer, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, if you wish, you can come up into a seated position, spine long, eyes closed, bringing the palms together, thumbs to heart space. The ending dedication for today's practice. Goodness comes from this practice now done. Let me not hold it just in me. Let it spread to all that is known and awaken good throughout the world. Thank you all so much for joining me this morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Stay safe, be well,